Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery. Hope you are well. Welcome to today's 5-Minute Friday. And what we're doing is we're preparing a chilli for the winter. So we're cutting it back. Now you might look at this chilli and think actually we should leave it be and let it carry on fruiting. And there's an element of truth in that, but the reality is all of this fruit, and it's covered in fruit, is going to take a lot of strength away from the plant. So if you've got a scenario where you want to take this through the winter, we need to start thinking more about the plant than the fruit. And actually taking these off, chilies you can eat in an unripe state. And when I say an unripe state, if you've got a chili that goes from green to red, you can eat it in that green state. So I'm going to cut some of these off, not all of them, and we're really going to start concentrating on the health of the plant to take it through the winter, because chilies are perennial plants. So what I want to do to begin with is start taking off some of these stems, and I'm going to take it quite hard back and cutting just above a break. So I'm going to move some of these out of the way and show you what I mean. If we can look in here, we can see a nub here, and that is where we're going to cut just above for this particular stem. So we cut that off. These are very sharp horticultural scissors, so I cut that off and work my way round, taking off these big stems. If you've got any doubt at all that it's too much to cut off, cut a little bit less. So I'll use that as an example. So if we look at this stem, I ideally want to cut this stem all the way back here somewhere, but if I'm not entirely sure, the best thing to do is cut it higher. Maybe take a break, take a look at it and think, no, I should have gone lower. Remember, once you've cut it off, there's no putting it back. So I'm going to cut lower as I thought to begin with and work my way around, reducing the size of the plant. So this helps a plant go through the winter so much better, specifically a chilli plant, when we reduce the size of it, we cut it back. And we've done lots and lots of experiments with overwintering chilies. It's easy to do in some countries, but in the UK it can be a bit tricky, and what we found is cutting the plant back and reducing the size of the plant really does make a difference. In this particular case, what we're also doing is taking some of the fruit off, so the plant concentrates its efforts more on growing than it does on fruiting. Because often what you find is when a fruiting plant fruits, that's its end goal, is to produce seed and produce more plants. So if we take the fruit off, it'll put more strength back into growing the plant. So that's all we do, we reduce it. I could reduce it a little bit more. The benefit of doing this as well is chilies are gonna need protection over the winter. So if you've got a conservatory, a light room, a windowsill, that will be the perfect place to do it. You can't leave them outside. They will not survive outside over winter. So by doing this, if you can imagine you've got a big chilli plant, you don't want that in your windowsill over the winter. So we have to reduce the size of it. We're also going to reduce the amount of water we give the plant. That helps it through the winter as well. But doing this makes a big difference. So reduce your plant by about 2/3 will really help it go through the winter. And as always, with any of our 5-Minute Fridays, if you've got any questions still, get in contact. See you soon.